On this suburban street in Perth is the home of sustainable development educator Chris Ferreira. I met up with Chris to have a chat about what he does with his business, the Ferreira project, and how he's used Greywater to turn this property into a thriving, sustainable ecosystem. I'm standing out the front of Chris's place here. Chris is a great bloke with a great story to tell. Let's go have a look.
Hello, I'm Chris Ferreira from the Ferreira project, and this is the Hammy Hill Sustainable Home. So my passion is teaching people to do better with less. Less water, less energy, less waste, all those different things. And we set this up to show how we can slash the amount of water we use, the amount of energy we need, the amount of waste we generate, and fundamentally reshape the way we think about the home. And central to that is the way we deal with water. But what we tried to do with this place is to show how you can use half the water of a traditional home. And we've achieved that in no short measure by the use of Greywater. So when you look at this beautiful garden behind you, it's not irrigated. It's a wild native garden. There's a beehive in there. There's about 40 different species of plants. It's a haven for wildlife. What's allowed it to thrive is the Greywater. So we have about 100,000 litres of water per year, and that is going out through the garden, and it has been the backbone for the last 10 years. So I'll show you the system soon. The other thing we did is we improved the soil. So here in Perth with these crappy sands, we added clay, we added compost, and we put successive layers of the rough coarse mulch on top. That's drip feeding the soil. So if you were to dig down into here, you'd see a thriving ecosystem in the soil, which then gives you a thriving system of plants above the ground. So if we go and have a wander through, ta-da! And you can just see a little bit of the purple pipe here. There it is in all its glory. And if you dig down through the soil, firstly you can see all those root systems, and you can see good, healthy soil. So these plants are surviving and thriving because of that Greywater system. The other thing we've tried to do is take the pressure off the landscape by having that overarching canopy of trees. Trees are the most important thing we have in any landscape. For thousands of years, they've moderated the climate in which we live. And in this environment here, we've got our beautiful deciduous trees to the north of the house. So they let in the winter sun and they give us the summer shade. And fundamentally, they moderate that climate, which allow us to have systems that don't need as much water because these understory plants are not as stressed by the hot, dry conditions. But as well, they create the conditions where the garden becomes the biggest room of your home. And what's the driver for creating beautiful gardens? You need water, and you need to be able to capture and store and utilize that water. And I say to people, when you see a plant like this, it's a manifestation of water and nutrients. So a plant can't grow if it can't get water out of the soil. And it seems madness in the fastest drying part of the world's driest continent to not be reusing Greywater, that precious water from the laundry and the shower. It's insane that that just goes off into a sewage treatment plant to be ultimately dumped out into the ocean. It's madness. There it is in all its glory. And so all the garden that you see has been fed by that Greywater, and that's allowed us to create gardens that, as I said, have that inbuilt resilience.
Chris really is a great bloke, and he's done some pretty amazing stuff with his business, the Ferreira project. Over the past 30 years, he's introduced thousands of people to the benefits of Greywater reuse and thoughtful, sustainable design.
Thanks, mate. Pleasure.
You look like you've done it before.
Yeah.